guess I need to start out this video with the statement, I don't have any tattoos. Whenever I make a video and use an illustration, someone always comes on here and accuses me of the illustration applying to me, and that's my ulterior motive for asking a question. So I'm starting out with saying, don't have any tattoos. Now this question I'm not putting in my Tough Questions for Jehovah's Witness series because it's a general question for Christians, though I do use an example of a rule set by Jehovah's Witnesses. Now Jehovah's Witnesses cannot get tattoos and be considered in good standing. The reason for this is there's an Old Testament law that says tattoos are forbidden. Now, if I wanted to get a tattoo and I said, well, Jesus did away with the Mosaic Law, the scripture that I'm going to more than likely hear is Matthew chapter 5, verse 17 and 18. And that says, do not think I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I came not to destroy, but to fulfill. For truly I say to you, that sooner would heaven and earth pass away, than for one smallest letter, or one particle of a letter, to pass away from the law, by any means, and not all things take place. Which would mean that basically I'd be under obligation to this Mosaic Law, and unable to get a tattoo if I wanted one. Now, on the other hand, if this is an argument about the Sabbath being holy with a Seventh-day Adventist, the SDA member might say something to the effect, there's no doubt we're the only true religion because we're the only religion holding the Sabbath on its intended and correct day, just like the command by God. To which a Jehovah's Witness would more than likely use the scripture Ephesians chapter 2, verse 15, which says, by means of his flesh he abolished the enmity, the law of commandments consisting in decrees. Which would mean that you don't have to keep the Sabbath day, and you won't be under obligation to the Mosaic Law. So how can this be right? You are both under obligation and not under obligation to the Mosaic Law at the same time. That sounds rather strange. It seems to me that whatever laws you want to still hold from the Mosaic Law, you can quote Matthew chapter 5, verse 17 and 18, and whatever laws you don't want to still hold from the Mosaic Law, you can just simply quote Ephesians chapter 2, verse 15. I would think that if Jesus did away with the Mosaic Law, then none of the laws would need to be held on to. And if Jesus didn't do away with the law, then we should have to follow every single Mosaic Law, including the one where a woman would have to marry her rapist. So, which is it, Christians? Did Jesus Christ do away with the Mosaic Law, or did he keep it in place?
This is the sound they're going to rap with Scotty.